Now, one thing I always get in the comment section is, T, you don't talk about enough clear cases. Please review more clear cases because I don't want to cover up the color of my iPhone. But guess what? Today, I got you, and I'm bringing you the all-new clear case from CASETiFY for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And of course, a huge shout out to CASETiFY for sponsoring this video, giving me the opportunity to showcase this case to you. Now, sponsorship aside, we're going to slide that over real quick. And this is me. This is your boy T talking to you right now in the camera. Whatever I always say about cases is always going to be my genuine thoughts, no matter what, whether it's a sponsored video, whether it's a video with me just talking about a case that I received. But this clear case, the CASETiFY got right here, man, this case that they brought to us is probably the best clear case that I have reviewed on the channel, period. Now, I've hinted a little bit about this case on my Monday night live streams, but today we're finally going to get into it, and I want to go ahead and bring it to you right here. Now, one thing that a lot of people are probably thinking, they're like, T, this is probably just their standard regular impact, ultra impact with no type of design, just a clear case. You would be so far from the truth. Look, this is a completely redesigned case. We're talking about better materials. We're talking about better buttons, better fitment. Everything is improved when it comes to this CASETiFY case. So let's go ahead and step through it. Let me show you the features that it has going on. Now, the number one question that a lot of you always ask is the case going to yellow over time? And CASETiFY is actually giving us UV Defender technology that's going to fight against that anti-yellowing. And they're going to have military grade polycarbonate material that's going to be able to fight against that yellowing and allow the case to stay clear, to show off the color of your phone even longer. So one thing about clear cases, this is no flimsy type material. This is very sturdy. And when you get that type of material, you don't have to worry about yellowing. Yellowing is going to be a thing of the past because of the way and the materials that this thing is made out of. This case right here is a sturdy case, still giving you that same protection that you know from CASETiFY when we're talking about 6.6 feet of drop protection. So you're definitely good. This is going to be a very sturdy case. When you look at the camera, you're going to get that classic CASETiFY outline around the camera. We always love that. Of course, we got that MagSafe because you already know every case needs MagSafe. Let me get those hashtags up in the comments. And one thing that I really like about this case is on the inside, all right? And this is something I've never seen from another clear case out there on the market. When it comes to the inside, so I'm not sure if you can see it, but it basically has a very soft rubber lining on the inside. Now, what that's going to do is, and we all know when it comes to these phones and when it comes to clear cases, sometimes dust can get trapped in and it can cause scratches along your stainless steel border. But when it comes to these little rubber grips around the outside of it, we're going to go ahead and slap the phone in here right now. It's going to allow you to be a very snug fit. So once you get that initial pop on, you got to push even more to really get that case on, to really allow you to snug up on that phone. And that does two things. It's going to protect that stainless steel border that goes all the way around, but it also is going to stop dust and debris, I feel, from getting inside to cause those scratches on that border. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 when it comes to protection. So that's what you're going to get right here. Exceeds military standard, drop tested up to 26 times. Like I said, 6.6 feet of drop protection. And that I believe, because this bad boy right here, it's a sturdy case when it comes to it. Now, one thing that we definitely going to compare, we got to compare the clear case when it comes to Apple. And we're going to talk about that a little bit towards the end of the video, because I know a lot of you always, when I do clear case video, how does it compare to the Apple clear case? So I went out there and bought one, especially for this video, so we can kind of compare the two and see what they're working with. So let's go ahead and step through the case itself and let's see what we have going on. So on that top side, it's going to be completely closed. You already know. On that right side, very nice tactile buttons. These buttons almost feel like you'll be able to pop them out and interchange them, but I don't think you can, but you don't need to. These buttons, perfect. Just much better buttons than what we normally get on the other CASETiFY cases. As you can see, the button design is going to be completely different, and they feel completely different when we are talking about pressing them. So excellent job, CASETiFY, when it comes to that. You get your accurate cutouts and everything on the bottom, and your bottom is actually closed. All right, Apple, the bottom is closed, but we'll talk about that a little bit in comparison when we come around to it. On that left side, hear that? You hear that? Very nice and tactile buttons, just very good up and down. And that mute toggle switch is very easy to get to. Flipping it over on the back, you see you're going to have that raised camera bezel, so your cameras are protected. And flipping it over on the front, you're going to get that raised lip on it. So when you're talking about dropping it on the ground or sitting it down on his face, you don't got to worry about it. Your screen is protected with that lay on the table protection. Now, one thing that I am very impressed with is going to be the fit of this case. The fit of this case is absolute perfection. All right. You can't move anything on this case. Nothing budges, like nothing. Like I'm pulling and tugging. Nothing moves. I can't even get it to budge. Nothing is moving. This fit, because it's that hard type material, that's going to really allow this case to pop on that phone and really, really hug it. And it's definitely, when you're talking about popping it out, you can hear it fighting against that material to come out because it really wants to hold it. That inner grips just really grips that device, holds it, and it gives you an extremely tight fitting case when it comes to this clear case. So excellent job, CASETiFY. When it comes to the form fitting, it couldn't be a better fit when it comes to this case. Now, how does it feel in your hand? Now, the case does add a little bit of thickness, all right? A little bit of thickness never hurt anybody, and it definitely adds a little bit, but that's because it's going to allow you to be protected. Most thin cases on the market are going to be very thin, something like this Apple Clear case that really isn't, it just doesn't really give you that much protection. And when you compare the two, you can see that the CASETiFY case is going to be a little bit thicker, but that's because it's giving you that 6.6 feet of drop protection. It's going to give you that military grade drop tested, dropped up to 26 times. That's what the case is giving you when it comes to protection. So sure, it's going to be a little bit bulky, but rest aside that you're going to get the protection when you drop this right here. If you do drop it, don't drop it. But if you do, you definitely should be covered and you'll be good to go. And on the back of it, it's going to be a clear case. So you're going to get some fingerprints. You're going to get some different things like that. But it's not too bad. It kind of resisted it a little bit. So it's not too bad when we're talking about fingerprints and different things like that. Now, MagSafe compatible, of course. Let's go ahead and check these MagSafe magnets out. And as you can see, you get strong MagSafe magnets because we are picking up the charging puck. For those who don't know, if you're new to this channel, if you're catching this for the very first time, if you can pick up this base right here on my desk, that means you have strong MagSafe magnets, and this right here is doing it without any issues. So very strong MagSafe magnets when it comes to this case right here. So overall, man, they just knocked it out the park when it comes to this case. Now, just like I stated, we're going to go ahead and you got to kind of fight a little bit to get this case out, all right? This case is meant to be me up here, and it's not meant to be popping on and off. So I want to go ahead and kind of step through it and compare it to the Apple Clear case, all right? So we're going to go ahead and slap the Apple Clear case on, and to be completely transparent, this is the first time that I've ever even had an Apple Clear case on my phone. I've never looked at this. Very first time. So just comparing them, there are some things that I already know that was better. So we're going to talk about the protection on the bottom, all right? This right here is wide open. You don't get that when it comes to the CASETiFY case. It's going to be covered up, and this is going to be protected. You don't have to worry about that. You are going to get a thicker case, which is going to allow you to get also more protection as well. The buttons, all right? Now, the buttons on the Apple Clear case, just for me, really isn't that good. You really have to put a lot of press into them, and you've heard that. I mean, you can kind of hear them, but it's nothing like how tactile the CASETiFY Clear buttons were. So the CASETiFY buttons definitely better when it comes to that sense as well. And let's go ahead and check that MagSafes out, because you saw the MagSafe picking up this block right here. Let's see if the Apple Clear case can pick it up. Nah, see that right there is for sure a weaker magnet than what comes from this Apple Clear case. It's not trying to pick this up at all. And we know if that's not picking it up, it's trying to maybe sort of movement. That's not it. This definitely has a much stronger MagSafe, and I knew that going into the video that MagSafe was going to be a lot stronger. And another thing that you can always get, you already know when it comes to CASETiFY Clear cases, you can get them customized. There's nothing like the customization when it comes to CASETiFY Clear cases. Of course, they got this one that just shows off my name, but you can go over to the website, customize it, and you will be good to go. And you can have a clear case that's just not clear. You can also express yourself and customize it to your liking. So your case will be different than anybody else's cases out there, especially when it comes to clear cases, all right? So they knocked it out the park. They absolutely knocked it out the park when it comes to this clear case. CASETiFY, look, bravo. good job. Now, when it comes to pricing, these cases are going to start at $60. When I say start at, they start at $60 for the smaller iPhones, and they get more expensive as you work your way up to the big boy iPhone. Now, I know some people are going to say, T, that case is way too expensive, but what you get out of it is you're not going to have a clear case that's going to yellow. You're going to get good drop protection. A lot of cases out there just doesn't give good drop protection when it comes to that. And this material, the customization, the strong MagSafe magnet, the tactile buttons, all of that in a one package when it comes to this CASETiFY Clear case is just spot on. And of course, you watching this, you know I got you with a discount code. Head on to the code down there, www.technicallyt/casetify.com to get your 15% off your case. And then it really makes this case reasonable when it comes to prices. You can go out there, get it. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. So head down, hit that link down below, go grab yourself up one, show off the color of that deep purple, show off the color of that black if you got that, the gold, the silver, it doesn't matter what color you got, show it off with the all new CASETiFY Clear case.